Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with Monday Night Raw streamed live on Netflix last night from the SAP Center in San Jose, California. In the main event, Damian Priest defeated Finn Balor in a street fight. The show saw the crowning of the first Women's Intercontinental Champion with Lyra Valkyria defeating Dakota Kai in the tournament final to claim the new title.
An historic moment here tonight for Lyra Valkyria, the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion after an unbelievable battle with a very game Dakota Kai tonight. Lyra Valkyria, who is one of the breakout stars of 2024. Made into the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. And out tonight, wins the first ever Women's Intercontinental title.
Penta also made his WWE debut on the show, defeating Chad Gable in his first match and then addressing the crowd.
I know! This is the new era, right? This is the WWE new era. So, this is not only the Netflix new era. Now is the Penta new era! ¿Y you know why? Porque yo soy Penta el Cero! I love you guys.
The show opened with a promo involving CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre, in which all three declared they would be appearing in the Royal Rumble. During other promo segments, Jey Uso issued a challenge to World Champion Gunther for a match at the next Saturday night's main event, and Rhea Ripley and Bayley were confronted by Nia Jax. In other results, Sheamus pinned Ludwig Kaiser, and Sami Zayn beat The Miz. In ratings news, last week's edition of SmackDown drew a total average viewership of 1.436 million according to Programming Insider. That's a drop from the previous week's audience of 1.528 million. The rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was a 0.40, also down from the previous week's rating of 0.45. And in more WWE news, Peacock has announced the dates of two more upcoming editions of Saturday night's main event, and they may coincide with dates for AEW pay-per-view events. The newly announced episodes are scheduled for May 24th and July 12th. It has been noted that July 12th is the scheduled date for AEW All In, while May 24th falls during Memorial Day weekend, which has traditionally been the weekend for AEW Double or Nothing. The official date for this year's Double or Nothing has not yet been announced. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.